Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. We're also streaming to you live on yorbamedia.com and broadcasting from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM Clear Channel Studios. All right, it's my pleasure to bring Nick Santiago, President and CEO of In the Money Stocks, back onto the show. Nick, how you doing, brother?
Very good, Michael. Thank you for having me.
All right, my pleasure. Okay, well, you've been knocking it out of the park. Bang, bang, bang. What do you got for us?
I got a few stocks up my sleeve right now that we're going to continue to look at. As you know, last week I talked about, or even 2 weeks ago, buying Costco at 110. Look for a 3 to 5 point bounce. That stock's up nicely already. Now I'm looking at Lululemon, and I know a lot of people are very sour on the stock, no pun intended. But when I see this stock get down a little bit lower to around the $41 level, I think it's going to be time to look for a bounce in this equity. So watch this one at 41. That's going to be our next play to the upside. Today the stock's up a little bit, but I think this move is just going with the overall market indexes. It should come back down to around 41. That's where traders can step in front of this one.
Yeah, that's a nice move from 45. That's where I've got it now, too. Okay. All right, got that one. Do you want to talk about Costco now?
Well, I mean, basically, I said everything I wanted to say. If any of your listeners got in Costco along with us, when I gave that trade out on your show, and believe it or not, Michael, when I talked about that stock, it was somewhere around 118. So, I said you're going to be a buyer at 110, and sure enough, you could see it pierce through there yesterday, even the day before. Today, it's trading at 114.18, $114.18. I think ultimately it has upside to around 118.50. So. But traders should now protect it with a break-even stop or stop in the money.
Yeah, but you're leaving out the best part. Tell them what happened between yesterday and today with the price action.
Well, yesterday it closed at basically just above 110, and today it's at 114.16.
Yeah, but
big gap up.
Exactly, that's my point. It didn't just gradually go; it just popped. You were there with you pulling the trigger, or you missed the trade.
That's it. That's how it comes down to. So it pays to be a member at In the Money Stocks. I'll tell you that much.
It does. All right. Now, before we talk about United States Natural Gas, tell everybody what happens with your gap trading technology. I mean, what do you do? And so, because there's new people all the time, how do they get those trades?
Yeah, well, you can, if you come over to the intraday stock chat, each and every morning I put out a bunch of trades. In fact, today we had 2 trades that triggered. One, we bought Twitter right at $50, and most of the members sold out at 52 and 53 for a $2 to $3 bounce within 30 minutes. And then I also gave another trade today. The ticker symbol was SNCR. This was Synchronos Technologies, and I said you could short this equity today up at $32.29. The stock went to $32.33, and we played that for a quick 40-cent short side bounce. So each and every day, each and every morning, I prepare the gap trades, and they're posted in our intraday stock chat at 9 a.m. So you get those levels and those trade setups 30 minutes before the market even opens. And today we had two of them trigger, and we made some good money really right in the first 30 minutes of the day.
Yeah, just there you go, Casey at bat. All right, let's see here. United Gas, UNG.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about United Gas today. This is a natural gas ETF, and the stock a couple of days ago in our intraday stock chat, I told members you can go short at 27. But now members, since it's dropped, it's now trading at 24. They're getting itchy to say, hey, when can we get back in this? A level you want to get back in the UNG would be around $20.75 to $21. I think that's where we could see a potential short-term bounce. But I would not be a buyer of the UNG at all at these levels right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent-sized move relative to what happened with the, what I'm seeing with the stock. Okay, all right, that sounds good. A bigger picture, though, on this. Are you looking for just a rally back to the 27 area, or do you think that this is a trend and we're getting a good place for a longer-term trade on this later?
Michael, I've been bullish on natural gas for quite a while. Now all my upside projections have really been reached. When I look at the nat gas futures, and that's really what I go off of, because that gives me just a much, much better read in the market. I'm thinking right now we've probably hit all of our upside objectives for now. Until this forms a better pattern on the chart and gives us some sort of buy signal, I think right now the nat gas move that I was looking for is over. And I remember talking about it on your show when it was around $3, saying how this can go to $5. And, that has happened with nat gas futures. So now the upside objectives have been reached. We're not looking for any more upside in nat gas until maybe sometime later next year or later to this year.
Good, because I'm going to go get the shorts and sandals now because it's been too cold.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. TSO was your
I wanted to talk a little bit about Tesoro because this is taking a big hit today. The stock is getting really slaughtered. But I've worked out some calculations on this one, and I'm looking at a level around $44 as an attractive buy point for a bounce. So keep that on the radar. It gets down to around $44. This is where we'd probably look for maybe a $4 to $5 bounce in the equity. Right now it's trading at $47.72. It's actually down $2.22 today. But let it slip a little bit more around the 44 level. We're going to be all over it to the upside.
Okay. All right. Chesapeake, CHK.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up Chesapeake today because this is showing no relative strength in today's rally, and this is a natural gas stock as well. So right now I've went to the charts and I've looked them over, and I got a nice level for Chesapeake around $22.50. Today it's trading at $24.42. So we have some downside left in the stock. The stock is trading lower by $1.78 today on the session. So when this gets to around 22.5, I think that's where traders could step back into Chesapeake. Right now, let it drop. You'll get it at a lower price. Don't rush into it. And that level at 22.50 could be pretty significant. Get you back to the $27, $28 level again.
Okay. All right. Any words on J.P. Morgan?
Well, J.P. Morgan really has been kind of a rock down around 55. I mean, that's been the level I've been giving you guys. It did trade a little bit lower than that on February 3rd. It went down to around $54 and I believe 20 cents. But since, it's back up to around 55.5 where it is trading today, 56.5 where it's trading today. I think JPM's okay in the near term. It looks fine. It probably wants to get back up towards the $57 to $58 level. That's where I think it's going to run into some headwinds. But I'm going to have to watch this stock now over the next 2 or 3 weeks, and that will tell me what these markets are going to do, because this is really my stock market barometer.
All right. So what I'm getting from you, the feeling I'm getting from you, that the hair on the back of your neck is up, that this could definitely be a dead cat bounce. It just may be more than a day.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going to get more than a one-day bounce today. I do think that the markets are not only oversold, but we've hit so many stocks have hit very, very good technical support levels,
yep,
like a Costco and like an Occidental. I mean, we have 9 trades out there in our trading room right now on the long side. That's a lot to have, in a single week. So when we see something like that, we're looking for a little bit more of a bounce. But ultimately, it should lead to a short position in the overall indexes again.
Somewhere around the 57, 58 area.
For J.P. Morgan, possibly around $58, possibly.
Okay. All right. Talk S&P to me for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the S&P today is, obviously making a really strong move. You have the S&P futures up real sharply, up 24 points. So it's a good move. We were expecting this. We wrote this in our newsletter last night. I wrote the pattern that's here shows us, we should see upside tomorrow and, potential upside for, possibly another week or two. And what it's really going to come down to now, Michael, is about the chart pattern. I'm going to have to read this going forward. But ultimately, I do expect further downside.
Okay. And when you say further downside, give us some time and targets.
Well, time is going to be critical. I'm not really sure yet until I get a little bit more of a pattern. I would love to say, hey, this is the day it's going to happen. But for me, it's, I get in here and I start, turning and burning these charts apart. I really need to see, the exact pattern that's made, and I have to see all the little fractals that happen in the chart. So I'm a little bit uncertain yet. I have some ideas, but to give that to you prematurely would be an injustice. So overall, it's really about the chart pattern, but I don't expect new highs. I can't rule them out, but I honestly don't expect them. Okay.
Well, shorter-term resistance areas, do you have any of those in mind?
Oh, certainly. Right now, the big resistance point is going to be 179.35, and then ultimately 180.65. That's going to be the big test for the S&P spiders.
All right. Sounds good. All right, we're out of time, but before we go, please, contact information so these guys can watch you pull the trigger on these great trades.
Yeah, come on over to inthemoneystocks.com. Take out a 7-day free trial to our intraday stock chat. You'll get all of my morning gap setups. Like I said, we had 2 triggered today. We had a big one yesterday. On Monday, we had more other big ones. I mean, each and every day we're hitting these. I think we may have lost 2 gap trades in the past 30 days out of about 18, 19 winners. So, that's come over and see it for yourself and start profiting.
That's right. All right, great job. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Michael. Have a great day.
You too. Nick Santiago, President, CEO in the Money Stocks. You heard it here. That guy's really been cleaning up. All right, coming up next.